the night sky has always been a source of fascination for humanity, and our interest in it is timeless. From ancient civilizations to modern-day astronomers, the stars have been a guiding light, both literally and figuratively. Among the countless stars visible to the naked eye, there are a few that have captured our attention more than others. One of the most notable is Betelgeuse, the brilliantly shining red supergiant star located in the constellation Orion. For centuries, this star has fascinated skygazers, guiding them across the heavens, and offering a sense of mystery about what lies beyond our world. What many people don't realize, though, is that Betelgeuse isn't just another star. It is a ticking time bomb, a star in the final stages of its life, and one that will eventually undergo a cataclysmic explosion. This explosion, known as a supernova, will be a once-in-a-lifetime event that could completely light up the sky in a spectacular show of cosmic fireworks. But even as scientists closely monitor Betelgeuse, they are still left with one critical question: when will it explode? The story of Betelgeuse's future is not just a matter of curiosity for astronomers, it's a story that has the potential to reshape our understanding of the universe and the forces that govern it. Betelgeuse is not just another twinkling light in the sky. It is one of the most massive stars we know, and its eventual death will be an event that will likely outshine the rest of the night sky. While we don't know exactly when this will happen, we do know that the process leading up to it is underway, and scientists are watching closely, hoping to learn more about the life and death of stars. The tale of Betelgeuse's impending demise is not just about the star itself, it's about the very processes that shape the cosmos, the same processes that have led to the creation of the elements that make up everything we see and experience. When Betelgeuse eventually explodes, it will not only be a visually stunning event, but it will also provide valuable data that will further our understanding of the universe. The question remains, however, are we ready to witness such an event, and what exactly will happen when it occurs? Betelgeuse, or Beetlejuice, as it is sometimes spelled, is a star located in the constellation Orion, one of the most recognizable constellations in the night sky. It is a red supergiant, meaning that it has exhausted its supply of hydrogen, the fuel that stars use to generate energy through nuclear fusion. This depletion of hydrogen marks the beginning of a star's transformation into a red giant, and Betelgeuse has been undergoing this transformation for thousands of years. In fact, it is believed that Betelgeuse began expanding into its current form around 100,000 years ago. Its massive size and distinctive reddish hue make it one of the brightest stars in the night sky. In terms of size, Betelgeuse is enormous. If placed in the center of our solar system, it would extend beyond the orbit of Jupiter, swallowing the inner planets in the process. But its size is not the only remarkable thing about Betelgeuse. It's also a star in its final stages of life, a star that is nearing the end of its life cycle and preparing for a spectacular death. The process that will eventually lead to its supernova explosion is one that has fascinated astronomers for years, and it's one that will continue to captivate our attention in the years to come. As Betelgeuse has evolved, it has gone through several stages of transformation. In its current phase, it is a red supergiant, a massive star that is nearing the end of its life. Stars like Betelgeuse live fast and die hard. Unlike smaller stars, which can live for billions of years, red supergiants like Betelgeuse burn through their fuel at an incredibly fast rate. This accelerated rate of fuel consumption means that Betelgeuse will have a relatively short lifespan compared to smaller stars. In fact, astronomers believe that Betelgeuse is already at the tail end of its life, and its eventual explosion is inevitable. The question that remains is when exactly this will occur. The supernova explosion that will mark the end of Betelgeuse's life is not something that will happen overnight. Rather, it is the result of a series of processes that have been taking place deep inside the star for millions of years. As Betelgeuse has burned through its supply of hydrogen, it has begun to fuse heavier elements in its core. This fusion process, which starts with helium and moves on to carbon, oxygen, and other elements, continues until the star reaches the point where it can no longer fuse elements to produce energy. The final stage in this process is the fusion of iron, which is the heaviest element that a star can fuse in its core. However, iron fusion doesn't release energy. Instead, it consumes energy, which destabilizes the star's core. This instability causes the core to collapse, which triggers a chain reaction that results in the explosion of the star's outer layers. This explosion, known as a supernova, is one of the most powerful and violent events in the universe. It is the final death throes of a star, and it marks the end of its life as it expels vast amounts of matter into space. This matter will then be dispersed throughout the universe, enriching the surrounding space with the elements that were created inside the star. The explosion of Beetlejuice will not only be a visually stunning event, but it will also have far-reaching consequences for the surrounding area of space. The materials released by the explosion will become part of the cosmic cycle, helping to form new stars, planets, and even life. The idea of a star exploding in such a dramatic fashion is captivating, and it's a spectacle that astronomers have been eagerly awaiting for years. However, predicting when this will happen is no easy task. While the science behind the supernova explosion is well understood, accurately predicting when a specific star will reach the end of its life is much more challenging. This is especially true for a star like Betelgeuse, which is unique in many ways. Despite the best efforts of astronomers, no one knows for sure when Betelgeuse will explode, and there is no guarantee that it will even happen during our lifetimes. Some researchers have suggested that the star could go supernova at any moment, while others believe that it could take thousands of years before it reaches that point. The truth is, the exact timing of the explosion is still a mystery. All we can do is watch and wait, hoping to catch a glimpse of this rare and awe-inspiring event when it finally happens. In 2019, Betelgeuse made headlines when it experienced a sudden dimming that caught the attention of astronomers worldwide. This event, known as the Great Dimming, led some to speculate that the star was on the verge of exploding. However, further investigation revealed that the dimming was caused by a massive dust cloud that had been ejected from the star itself. The cloud temporarily obscured the light from Betelgeuse, causing it to appear much dimmer than usual. While the Great Dimming did not signify an imminent supernova, it did offer valuable insight into the processes taking place inside the star. This phenomenon was a reminder of how unpredictable stars can be, especially in their final stages. Despite the fact that Betelgeuse is nearing the end of its life, there are still many mysteries surrounding the exact processes that will lead to its explosion. One of the most intriguing aspects of a supernova explosion is the role that neutrinos play. Neutrinos are subatomic particles that are produced in vast quantities during a supernova explosion. These particles are incredibly light and have no electrical charge, which makes them incredibly difficult to detect. However, they carry valuable information about the inner workings of a star. Neutrinos travel at nearly the speed of light, and by measuring the increase in neutrinos coming from a supernova, scientists can learn a great deal about the processes taking place inside the dying star. In the case of Betelgeuse, the first signs that the star is preparing to explode may come in the form of an increase in neutrino emissions. While neutrinos are harmless to life on Earth, their detection could provide astronomers with important clues about when the supernova will occur. The explosion of Betelgeuse will not only be a spectacular visual event, but it will also have consequences for the surrounding region of space. If there are any planets or other celestial bodies in close proximity to Betelgeuse, they will likely be destroyed in the explosion. The radiation and heat from the supernova will be enough to incinerate anything within a certain radius of the star. However, the explosion will not have a significant impact on Earth, as we are located far enough away from Betelgeuse that the radiation from the explosion will not pose a threat to life on our planet. In fact, even though the explosion will be incredibly bright, it will not be harmful to us. However, the explosion will have a profound effect on the local area of space. The energy and matter released in the supernova will spread out across the galaxy, enriching the surrounding space with the elements created in the star's core. These elements will then become part of the cosmic cycle, helping to form new stars, planets, and potentially even life. Despite the fact that Betelgeuse is 548 light-years away from Earth, the explosion will still be an awe-inspiring event for those of us who are fortunate enough to witness it. When Betelgeuse finally goes supernova, its light will likely outshine every other star in the night sky. The explosion will be so bright that it will be visible even during the day. In fact, it may be bright enough to be seen from Earth without the aid of a telescope. This event will be one of the most spectacular things humans have ever witnessed, and it will be a reminder of the incredible forces that shape the universe. As Beetlejuice nears the end of its life, scientists are eagerly awaiting the moment when it will finally explode. The data that will be collected during the supernova will provide invaluable insights into the life cycle of stars and the processes that govern the universe. For astronomers, this will be a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to observe a star's death up close, and it will likely lead to new discoveries in the field of stellar evolution. While we may not know exactly when Beetlejuice will explode, we can be certain that it will be an event worth waiting for. When it happens, it will be a cosmic spectacle that will captivate our imaginations and deepen our understanding of the universe. In the meantime, scientists will continue to monitor the star, hoping to catch a glimpse of the first signs that the end is near. The death of Beetlejuice may be inevitable, but the knowledge it will provide will last for generations to come.